Hi friends, welcome back to another bonus science video with me, teacher Erica, and today we are going to be making our very own baking soda volcanoes. Woo! So my friends, before I get into the materials for what you're going to need for today, I'm going to explain to you a little bit about how the science works behind this in case you are interested in that, because I personally think it's very interesting. So basically, what happens with this volcano? How do we mix vinegar and baking soda and then get this really cool eruption that mimics what a volcano does? Well, I'll tell you. So basically, how this works is that it is a chemical reaction, which is when two chemicals come together and they react to either make heat or foam, bubbles, an eruption, a precipitate. There's all kinds of things that can happen in a chemical reaction. So in this reaction, what happens is that we get something kind of like an explosion. It's not a big explosion, but it is a controlled one because it will end up bubbling out of the container. And so this reaction is between the baking soda and the vinegar. And how this works is that once these two materials interact with each other, there is a product called carbon dioxide that is produced when these two materials interact with each other. And my friends, if you're curious about what carbon dioxide is, all you have to do is do this. Breathe out really, really hard. We as humans, every time we breathe out, we are producing carbon dioxide. And this is a gas, and it's not something that we should be breathing in. And it's not good for us. However, it is good for plants. So breathing out helps your plants to grow big and strong. And when you breathe out, again, you are breathing out carbon dioxide. And so once again, my friends, carbon dioxide is a gas. And just to let you guys know a little bit about gases, gases do not really like being trapped inside super small containers, and if they are trapped inside a small container, or if they just feel like they need to get out into a wider space because maybe wherever they are they have a lot of pressure on them, these gas molecules will get super excited and they will shoot up out of the bottle. And that is how this reaction is going to work. So the CO2, which is short for carbon dioxide, gas molecules are going to get so excited in the bottle. They're going to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm so trapped inside this bottle. I need to get out. I need to be released. And they're going to shoot up out of the bottle, and it is going to bubble out until all of the CO2 or carbon dioxide is gone and out of the bottle. So my friends, this video's experiment and the science behind this experiment is a lot more simpler than the first bonus video where we talked about gravity and we also talked about capillary action. That was a little more complicated than this week's reaction and this week's experiment. So that was pretty much it for the background of this experiment. Now let's get into what kind of materials we're going to need. Alright friends, so the materials you are going to need are a bottle. This is a glass bottle. It's a little hard to see because it is transparent, so light shines through it. Can't really see it too well on camera. There we go. This is a glass bottle I have. You can use any kind of bottle. You can use a cup. You can even make a volcano shape out of paper-mâché and a bunch of other objects. Personally, I do not know how to do that, but if you do and you would like to do that, you can totally do that, my friends. That would be really cool. But if you don't, that's totally okay. You'll still get a cool experiment using just a bottle. I'm using this bottle with a skinnier neck at the top than here, just so I can really show you guys a more exaggerated version of how the reaction is going to work and how it's going to shoot out of the top or foam out at the top. So you're going to need a bottle. You are going to need vinegar. I have white distilled vinegar here. I don't think there's a certain type of vinegar you need to use. I'm just using this one because this is what I had in my house. And then also you are going to need baking soda. So this box is empty, which is why I have two boxes. Lastly, this material is optional. I'm just going to use this because it is kind of imitating lava. I'm going to be using red food coloring. You guys, again, don't need to use this. If you don't have food coloring, don't worry about it. That's totally okay. Again, you're still going to get a really cool reaction. Another optional material, my friends, is dish soap. I'm going to be using dish soap just to see if it does make the experiment come out a little more foamy. But if you don't have dish soap, I'm also going to do it without dish soap just to see if it comes out just as cool. So that's another optional material you're going to need. So now, my friends, we are going to go outside because this experiment is going to get messy. We're going to make sure to put on our science coats if you have them. If you don't have a science coat, that's okay. Make sure to wear something that you don't mind if it gets messy, or stand back once you see it start to foam up, just to make sure you don't get yourself or your area super messy. Alright my friends, so let's go outside.
Hi
Hi friends, so I am in my backyard and I'm going to show you guys how to do this experiment. So I forgot to mention that you are going to need water and you're going to need to fill up the water to 2/3 of the way. Earlier I misspoke and I said you were going to need to fill up the bottle 2/3 of the way with baking soda. That is not the case. You're going to need to fill it up 2/3 of the way with water, warm water to be exact. So next what we're going to do is we are going to add a couple drops of our food coloring. Or we're going to add a lot of drops like I just did. I added quite a bit of drops. You can shake your bottle up to mix it up. It's going to get mixed up eventually with the reaction. But see, now we have some lava. Then you're going to add some baking soda. And you are going to add some of the dish soap. Remember I said we were going to do 2 trials. We're going to try one with dish soap and we're going to try one without dish soap. Actually, we cannot do it without dish soap. Dish soap helps the chemical reaction that I talked about earlier to bubble up more. So you need to use dish soap for this reaction. So we're going to do this and we're going to put in a couple drops of dish soap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that was good, friends. And then we're going to add some baking soda. There is no measurement for the baking soda. I'm just adding it as I please. I think that's good, friends. So we're gonna give it a little shake in our bottle. All right, it got a little bubbly. And now for the test. We're going to slowly add our vinegar and see what happens. Slowly. Maybe we should add some more baking soda. Oh, wow! So that's all I needed was more baking soda. And that's why I said to do it outside, friends, because that's what could happen. So now we're going to go back upstairs and I'm going to show you guys a little clip of the reaction and we're going to talk a little bit about how it went. So as my friends can see, all those bubbles that are coming up from the bottom are coming from the baking soda and the way the baking soda is reacting with the vinegar, like we mentioned. So if we look up here at the top of the bottle, we can actually see the bubbles coming out of the top of the bottle. And those are all bubbles of CO2, like I talked about again earlier in the video. Welcome back, my friends. So that experiment went really well. I would give it 2 thumbs up. That one was, first of all, it happened really fast compared to our last experiment, which took quite a while. And second of all, it was really, really cool. Like I said, my friends, it is a messy experiment, so make sure you have lots of space and that you have adult or a guardian to help supervise you to make sure you don't, the volcano doesn't shoot up into your face. Like you would see in the video, I was standing back a little bit. Make sure to stand back a little bit. But yeah, I hope, my friends, you guys enjoyed that video. I know I had a really great time filming it for you guys and performing that experiment for you guys. And I hope you guys are able to make your own volcanoes. Super, super cool. And if you guys do make a volcano and you're really proud of it and you really want to show us, you can always use the Google form in our Team Chicken website to show us how your volcanoes came out. And with that, I will see you next time, my friends. Bye!